Alright, so this is going to be another movie review. This one's called Killer Bean Forever, 2009. My son recommended this to me, and much to my surprise, giving it 5 out of 5 stars. I really enjoyed it. It's, it's an action film noir and entirely in CGI. I watched it on 4K, and actually, the resolution came out pretty decent on my little 7-inch Chromebook, or whatever it is, screen. 7 or 9 inches, something like that. Um, it looked pretty decent in CGI. And, it's basically gun violence and kung fu action. Believe it or not, this Killer Bean, these characters that look like coffee beans. They're like, well, they look like this, but they're beans. Okay. Anyways, they're um, they're hanging out in Beantown. They're Cappuccino's nephew is doing like a some kind of DJ party or something, breakdancing party. And, Killer Bean, who works for the Shadow Agency, which is like a black ops kind of Blackwater private mercenary group. They they hire him to kill one of the other Shadow Beans who works for Cappuccino, who's like a drug dealer, arms dealer. So Cappuccino's nephew is throwing a party with loud music, kind of annoying. It took me a while to get used to the soundtrack. It's like, I don't know. It's like some really bad. Trying to think of the guy's name. The guy who did the director of Rampage. What's that guy's name? Rampage, 2009. Yeah, Rampage came out the same year, actually, believe it or not, and it was Yui Bowl. That's that's who I was thinking of. I don't know why this movie reminded me of Yui Bowl, but basically, Killer Bean goes into the warehouse where they're having this party, and he shoots every single bean. He manages to avoid bullets uh, like Leroy Green, Bruce Leroy from the Last Dragon, who catches bullets with his teeth. This guy dodges bullets, and and he's got some gold-plated bullets that he uses to kill all the other beings. The Shadow Agency's not too happy about it, though. He's like bringing attention to himself, including the police, and he goes to an abandoned warehouse where the guy that he's trying to kill, the renegade Shadow Bean, is working for Cappuccino. Tries to sniper him, but he just gives up and throws his gun away for no apparent reason. And then the cop shows up, tries to interrogate him. but he isn't able to. He's no match for a Killer Bean. Killer Bean can withstand anything. In the meantime, the Shadow Agency hires this Chinese bean, kind of politically incorrect. They even make a joke about Egg Foo Young later on. And I thought they couldn't make movies like The Cannonball Run, but then I saw this one from 2009. And this one is more recent, even more recent movie. I didn't think they could do that. But they did. They put a stereotypical Chinese person in there. He likes to eat Chinese food, and then he refuses to pay because he works for the Shadow Agency. He can kill anybody, including Killer Bean, or at least he thinks he can. And so Killer Bean goes to the main warehouse. The police tip him off where it is, where they're selling drugs and guns and stuff. And he manages to slaughter every single bean. Great CGI effects. I can see why they made it 4K. It's an action movie and it's got CGI, so it makes sense. And then some mercenaries come there, and he manages to kill those guys. Then he surrenders himself. He goes to jail. Give him some time to think. And the Chinese dude goes to the abandoned warehouse, the scene of the crime, where all the slaughtered beans are. And he surrenders himself so that he can escape from the police car, go in the jail. And there's a great final battle scene, mostly kung fu action. Great film. It's, everything that you can't do in real life is projected in this. A lot of slow motion action stuff. You know what I mean, with the bullets flying and stuff. And the beans, they look like they have butt cracks. But it's actually, my son pointed out that they actually have a coffee bean fold or something in the back, on their backside. It's just the shape of the coffee bean. But even Killer Bean has it, and the beans in the warehouse have it. It just looked kind of odd and funny to me, but looked like they weren't wearing any pants. They had their pants down, quite literally. And yeah, I was surprised. I wasn't expecting much, because I had no idea what my son had in mind for this. I thought it was going to be like a Disney movie or something. But obviously much more violent, a lot of gun action, a lot of kung fu stuff. It's basically the kind of movies that I watch, but in CGI format. So cool stuff. Highly recommended. Check it out. I posted the link in the description box. So my next movie is actually No Surrender, No Retreat. I think that's what it's called. Let me check. Oh, I added a bunch to my Netflix, by the way. I got Smokey the Bandit. I got Escape from L.A. and The Karate Kid. So I added those three on my Netflix queue. I deleted a bunch of Alfred Hitchcock movies to make room for it. No Retreat, No Surrender. It's going to be my next one. So that's the end of my review. I'm going to see if I can take a nap. I couldn't do it at 12. I just overslept and took some red line. So yeah, I'm still kind of grinding my teeth a little bit from the caffeine. We'll see if I can get another one in. No retreat, no surrender. Then I've got Silver Dragon Ninja. That's the end of my review. Later.